Hey guys, how you doing? We just had the Tour de France 2019 Stage One. The Tour de France opened in Belgium, and my thoughts on the stage here. Um, it was a little bit less of a carnage than I expected, but anyway, it was very interesting, and unfortunately, there were crashes. And as predicted, few favorites crashed. They didn't lose time, but Jakob Fuglsang crashed, and I think he was pretty bloodied up because I could see the blood coming down on his face. So we'll see how this will affect his Tour de France. He eventually made it back with his team to the group and finished in time with the top guys. But this may affect the Tour de France, right? It's never good to crash on stage one. Here in Garen, Thomas crashed again. I don't really know where his form is, but I also don't know where his head is right now, right? He has a strong team, but it's just looking a little bit more. I'm not crossing him off, but it's just looking a little bit more like young Bernal might take over on stage six. Um, as far as stage one, typical crazy sprint finish. There was a crash right about a K within 1 kilometer, right? Uphill finish. And unfortunately, the crash took out my favorite for stage one, the German young gun. I cannot ever pronounce his name, but I think the name is. What's the jumbo guy's name? Uh, Took out Groenewegen, right? Dylan Groenewegen crashed, okay? And it was really interesting because one of his teammates took advantage of the situation, and Mike Tenusen won the stage, which was extremely surprising. It shows you how fast these men really are that are the lead out guys, right? They're in their own incredible sprinters. So he beats out Peter Sagan, right? And he beats out Caleb Ewan, I think, right? Uh, Viviani got boxed out, right? Uh, really interesting is that Giacomo Nizzolo, the replacement for Mark Cavendish, um, got a fourth place. So he's kind of proving himself in that spot that he got a chance. Now the feud between the director sportif and Rolf Aldag is in Dimension is still going now about whether the Cav got selected or not, or why, or who selected him or not. But it's looking like it may have been the right decision because Giacomo Nizzolo is got fourth today, and he's proven that he's actually very close to the top sprinters. There was no sign of the gorilla, Andrew Greipel. I don't know what his form still is. If you look at the top 10, it's the usual suspects. Michael Matthews was in the mix. Um, Elia Viviani got boxed out. He only got ninth. Sonny Corbelli was fifth. So, the usual guys were there. No Christoph and no Greipel. Um, Polka dot jersey, right? Greg Van Avermaet got the polka dot jersey. Good day for CCC. So we'll see what they can do with that, right? I think Greg, I'm not sure if Greg will target it or not. I think it's just early on. But we'll see how they do it. They can certainly keep their jersey for a little bit longer because Greg Van Avermaet can get through hills, right? So he's probably going to be competitive on stage three. It was really interesting to see the echelons and the group forming once Bora hit the front. It was amazing. The gap to a breakaway was like a minute, and like within 2-3 kilometers right before the sprint, they really really went after, and they basically caught the break in matter of 2-3 kilometers of a cobblestones. Uh, Green jersey, Sagan was again very competitive, right? He won the sprint, he got the 20 points, so no surprise there. So yeah, regular hectic stage finish, right? Stage one, a surprise yellow jersey, which is very nice to see. Um, and again, Tunis and Mike will probably keep that jersey tomorrow unless there's a big surprise, right? You got a 10-second bonus sprint. So it's going to be interesting if he gets it or Peter Sagan will be competitive. Okay, so my prediction for stage two, all right, team time trial. The biggest thing for overall GC is going to be this: whether and how much time the the GC teams will lose to INEOS. Okay, how much the little teams without the big time trialist man will lose to uh, teams like INEOS and teams like Lotto. So the big question is, I'm looking at my cheat sheet here. How much will the movie star lose? How much AGR2 and FDJ for the French hopes? How much maybe Astana will lose, right? My favorites for tomorrow, I think it's going to be between two. I think it's going to be between Jumbo, right, and great time trialing team, right, stocked with fast men like Tony Martin, right, great time trialists. And I think it's going to be also against Bora, right, for the control. They will definitely ride for Peter Sagan, but they also have an incentive because Peter Sagan today got second, so he's only 2 seconds of the yellow jersey. So this is going to be interesting. It actually started raining right now. So my predictions are Jumbo and Bora. It's going to be interesting how INEOS goes, right? But my dark horse, looking at the roster, could be the CCC team, right? They have a lot of really fast time trialists, right? Guys like Wisniewski, guys like Patrick Bevan, right? Guys like Greg Van Avermaet, the polka dot jersey right now. So they could do extremely well. Other teams that will do well is Sunweb, Lotto will do well, okay? And maybe Mitchell and Scott. But I suspect it's going to be between Jumbo, Bora, and maybe Sunweb, right? With Dark Horse being CCC and INEOS doing extremely well. Maybe Mitchell and Scott will crack the top five. So if you like this preview, if you like this coverage Tour de France, I'm doing it daily. So hit like, subscribe if you can, right? Or if you want. As far as my riding, I did go riding yesterday, so the challenge is on, right? And I'm up to like 80 miles for the week. Today I'm taking a break because it's too hot and the weather is nasty. But I'll be back riding tomorrow. Okay. Exciting day again. Team time trial stage tomorrow. Make sure to be up. Make sure to support. And make sure to love the sport. All right. See you later, guys. Until tomorrow.